Hello everyone, this is me Sahitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll discuss about parliamentary system of our Indian constitution. So let's begin. So first of all we'll discuss M. Lakshmikant UPSC notes. So the parliamentary system is one of the most important topics in Indian polity, and it explains how the executive and legislature work together, form of the backbone of the India's democratic governance, and it is the highest weighted topic. So for prelims GS2 and men's essay, and also it helps in interview. So we'll move to the constitutional position. So topic and provisions. So parliamentary systems comes in Article 74 to 75, and we'll move to the parliamentary system in the states. So articles 163 to 164, and president constitutional head, and prime minister real executive. So here it is in introduction. So India has adopted parliamentary system of government, also known as cabinet government, responsible government, and Westminster model. It is borrowed from UK, United Kingdom. So why did India adopt parliamentary system? So the Constituent Assembly choose the parliamentary system because India had prior experience under British rule, and it ensures executive accountability, and it suits a diverse and plural society, and it provides flexible and stability. Meaning of the parliamentary government. So in the parliamentary system, the executive is responsible to the legislature, and councils of ministers remain in office only as long as it enjoys the confidence of Lok Sabha. That's why. So parliamentary system versus presidential system. Here we differentiate. So parliamentary system and presidential system. So executive responsible to legislature, and executive independent of legislature. Real executive is prime minister, and real executive is president. Collective responsibility in parliamentary system, and fixed tenure in presidential system. So fusion of power and separation of powers, and flexible and more stable but less flexible. For example, parliamentary system is in India and presidential system in US, United States of America. So president features of the parliamentary system. So first one, nominal and real executive. So India has two executive. So first one is nominal executive. President is the constitutional head, acts on the advice of the council of minister, and real executive, the prime minister and the councils of minister exercise actual executive power. Example, the parliament appoints minister but normally acts on the advice of parliament, prime minister. So second one is majority party rule. The political party or coalition that secures a majority in the Lok Sabha forms the government. For example, if party A wins more than half seat of in the Lok Sabha, and its leader is usually invited to become a prime minister. So third one is collective responsibility. Article 75 subclause 3, uh, it gives the councils of minister is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, meaning ministers act as a team. If the Lok Sabha passes a no confidence motion NCM, so the entire councils must resign. Example, if the government loses a confidence vote, the prime minister and all ministers leave office. So we'll move to the political homogeneity. So usually ministers belong to the same political party or coalition. They share common policies and objectives. For example, cabinet ministers from the ruling alliance work together to implement a common program. We'll move to the fifth number. So in fifth, dual memberships. A minister should ordinarily be the member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. A non-member can become a minister must get elected or nominated to either house within 6 months. Any one house, like Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. So we'll move to the example. An economist appointed as a finance minister without being an MP must become a member of parliament within 6 months. And we'll move to the next. So leaderships of the prime minister. The prime minister is the head of the government and leader of the councils of minister and leader of the Lok Sabha if a member, and principal advisor to the parliament, and also president. So example, the prime minister allocates portfolios and coordinates government policies. So we'll move to the next one, dissolution of the lower house. The Lok Sabha can be dissolved before completing its 5-year term. Example, if no stable government can be formed after an election, the Lok Sabha may dissolve and fresh election held. We'll move to the next one, fusion of powers. So unlike the presidential system, the executive is drawn from the legislature. So ministers are generally members of the parliament. Example, home minister is usually member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. So we'll move to the constitutional articles. So Article 74, councils of minister to aid and advise to the president. And Article 75, appointment, tenure and responsibility of ministers. And Article 77 talks about conduct of the government businesses. And Article 78 talks about duties of the prime minister. And Article 79 talks about constitution of parliament. So we'll move to the advantage of the parliamentary system. So first one is responsible government. The executive is accountable to the parliament. Okay, so we'll move to the example. Ministers answer question during question hour. And better coordination, second one. The executive and the legislature work together. Example, government bills are introduced and defended by minister in parliament. We'll move to the third one. So third one is flexibility. So flexibility, a government that loss public support can be replaced without waiting for a fixed term. Example, a successful no confidence motion leads to the change in government. And fourth one, representation. Coalition government often represent diverse regional and social interest. And we'll move to the disadvantage of the parliamentary system. So first one is political instability. So coalition government may collapse due to withdrawal of support. And second one is cabinet dictatorships. So a strong majority may allow the cabinet to dominate parliament. And also third one, frequent elections. So government instability can result in a repeated elections. And fourth one, parties politics. So political consideration may sometimes overshadow long-term policy goals. And we'll move to the parliamentary system in India. So India has adopted the parliamentary system with some unique features. First one is a written constitution, second one is judicial review, third one is federal structure, and fourth one is single citizenships, and fifth one is independent judiciary. So thus India follows a parliamentary federal model rather than pure British model. So we'll move to the important terms. So cabinet, a small group of senior ministers that takes major policy decisions. And councils of ministers, so includes cabinet minister and minister of state, and also deputy ministers. So every cabinet is a part of councils of minister, but not every minister is part of councils. Not every minister is a part of cabinet. So we'll move to the councils of minister versus cabinet. So larger body in councils of minister, and cabinet a small body, and includes all ministers and includes only senior ministers. Constitutional body, extra constitutional body, ECB, and rarely meets as a whole, meets regularly if you talk about cabinet. So we'll move to the parliamentary system versus presidential system that we already discussed above. So feature parliamentary and presidential. So executive, PM and president, and responsibility to legislature and independent, and removal no confidence motions, impeachment only for constitutional violations, powers shared and separated, and tenure depends on majority and fixed. So important constitutional amendments. 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976 made it mandatory for the president to act on advice of the councils of ministers. And 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978 talks about allowed to the president to return advice once for reconsideration. After reconsideration, president must act according to the advice. So we'll move to the prelims revision table. So here it is topic and here it is key point. So source United Kingdom, UK, real executive prime minister and nominal executive president. And we'll move to the article 74 talks about aid and advice, and article 75 talks about collective responsibility, and article not article but majority house Lok Sabha, and government falls by non-confidence motion, no confidence motion. So we'll move to the mnemonics. So MCPFDL. So M stand for majority party rule, C collective responsibility, P prime minister leaderships and fusion of powers, and D dissolution of Lok Sabha, and L legislature control executives. So men's value addition, quote by V.R. Ambedkar: the daily assessment of responsibility is far more effective than the periodic assessment that takes place in a presidential system. This highlights why the Constitutional Assembly preferred the parliamentary systems. In one line revision we will discuss. Here it is feature and here meaning. So parliamentary system, executive responsible to the legislature, nominal executive president and real executive prime minister, and collective responsibility entire councils resign together, and fusion of powers, minister are MPs, and majority rule, government formed by majority party, and dissolutions, Lok Sabha can be dissolved early. We'll move to the conclusion. So the parliamentary system ensures that executive remains constitutionally remains continuously accountable to the legislature, making government more responsive and democratic. By combining political responsibility with flexibility, it has ended India to the govern a vast and diverse population while preserving constitutional democracy. However, its success ultimately depends on responsible political leaderships, a vigilant opposition, and informed electorate. So, thank you.